We at Wahl Clipper Corporation thank you for your purchase of this video cassette. This video is one way to pass along what we've learned about dog grooming over the years. It's intended to be used as a training aid and by no means should be taken as your only source of information. Read your clipper's instruction booklet carefully. Wahl makes a variety of pet clippers for professional groomers and do-it-yourselfers. One of our top models is the professional model number 8883. The 8883 features quick detach blades, which are handy for more experienced groomers who use a variety of blades for detailing and finishing. Our cordless models 8980 and 9995 are quality touch-up trimmers for minor chores. They offer cordless freedom of movement and easy-on-the-hand operation. For busy dog groomers who require that extra power for fast grooming or clipping more than one dog at a time, Wahl Clipper Corporation offers the Wahl Direct Drive Rotary Pet Clipper model number 8889-500. With a solid-state controlled rotary motor sealed in a sturdy housing, this clipper offers the pro groomer the powerful, cool-running, quiet operation he or she needs. The Wahl rotary and gear-driven clippers such as the 9701, 9764, and 9765-500 provide a higher torque, higher blade pressure, and more cutting power, which will make your job easier. The Wahl Deluxe Clip Pet Kits, models 9264 and 9281, are two of our more popular models. The kit comes with an electromagnetic type motor with adjustable taper control and standard blades. The model 9264 has a number 3 stainless steel attachment comb, a slicker brush, dog comb, and scissors. The 9281 is equipped with 4 attachment guides, plus scissors and more. These accessories and other specialty items are also available at many Wahl pet supply dealers and other leading stores, or from the factory through the Wahl Products catalog. Both you and your dog will appreciate the time you take now to become familiar with your Wahl clipper before you use it. Let's take a moment now to go over the features. The most important part of your clipper is the blade set. Keep the blades protected when you're not actually cutting. Keep them clean and well oiled, and they'll last for years of cutting. To oil the blades before clipping, turn the clipper on and apply a few drops to the top blade. As hair collects in the blades during clipping, turn it off. Brush the hair out with the cleaning brush and then oil the blades again. Should excess oil get on the clipper case, wipe it off right away. Never use water to clean the blades. If you need to remove the blades from an electromagnetic clipper to clean or repair them, be sure to follow the steps in the instruction booklet to properly align the blades when you reinstall them. The rotary and gear-driven blades are self-aligning. Most Wahl clippers feature a tapering lever, which enables you to adjust the cutting stroke for a variety of cutting depths or lengths. The tapering lever also helps work dirt and hair out and oil in. Simply flick the tapering lever back and forth several times. The uppermost position of the taper control lever provides the finest cut, and the cut becomes gradually coarser as you move the lever downward. If, after time, you notice that your blades need to be resharpened, you should send them back to our repair department. If your clipper is electromagnetic, like the Deluxe Model 9264, you'll notice a power screw in the middle of the right-hand side of the clipper. This allows you to adjust for the electric line voltage in your home if it's different from the voltage that's preset at the factory. If you need to do this, start the clipper. Turn the power screw slowly clockwise until you hear an abrupt change in the motor's sound. Then gradually turn the screw back to a point where the clipper again runs quietly. As with any electric appliance, a few safety precautions are in order. Keep the clipper away from water. Use close supervision around children and around your dog. Unplug the clipper when not in use. Don't use the clipper if you drop it or if it shows signs of damage or wear, especially to the blades or attachment combs. Send it to Wahl and have one of our qualified repairmen check it out. And be sure to keep the air openings clean and clear from any blockages. Don't insert objects through these vents or other openings on the clipper. And be sure to read all of the safety precautions in your instruction booklet. In the demonstrations on this tape, we'll concentrate on 3 breeds and their special requirements. Poodles, which are highly styled, Schnauzers, which have some unique trimming requirements, and Irish Setters, the most popular type of sporting dog. If your breed of dog is different than these, don't worry. The basic techniques covered for these 3 types in this video can be customized for your breed of dog. Should you clip your dog regularly, you can usually tell when he needs a trim. Every 6 to 8 weeks is a good rule of thumb. Clip a little more often in the summer months. If your dog spends most of his time outside, he should be clipped more often as a measure to control fleas and ticks and to keep him cleaner overall. Your dog should be combed out, dematted, and freshly bathed before grooming. The dog must be thoroughly dry before you clip him. Have your clipper attachments, clipper oil, and other accessories within easy reach. Now for the clipping. We'll start by demonstrating a complete clipping for a poodle, then touch on the different techniques required for schnauzers and setters. The Wahl clipper we'll be using for this demonstration is the model 9765-500. Other Wahl clippers may, of course, be used. The demonstration will focus on techniques you can use no matter what Wahl clipper you have. Set your taper control to a medium setting. You'll be cutting the hair on the feet first. The cut is done against the grain, or the direction against the natural fall of the hair. This lets you achieve a very close cut. But be very careful of cutting too close. Dogs can get skin irritation from too much close cutting. Most of the cutting you'll do will be with the grain. For any body cut you want to finish against the grain, depending on your touch and your experience, you should first cut as close as possible with the grain, then go back over it the other way. Do the underside of the paw first, clipping the hair between the toes and pads. Now turn the dog around or move so that he faces you. Proceed to clip the top of the foot. Clip the sides of the foot from the nails to the ankle joint. Move the taper control midway between coarse and fine. Then use the fingers of your free hand to spread the toes apart. With a light, delicate touch, cut the hair between the tops of the toes. Be careful not to nick the skin. When you've finished with all 4 feet, touch up stray hairs with your scissors. Cut the tail next by turning the dog around so his tail faces you. With the taper control in the midway position, trim from the base of the tail to the tip. The underside is always cut with the grain. Only use scissors to trim around the anus, and do this very carefully. A poodle is styled with a pom-pom on the tail. Comb it out and fluff it up, then trim it into an even ball using scissors. Next, clip the face and throat. Set the taper control all the way to fine. Let the dog face you and hold his muzzle. Stretch the skin tight and, if necessary, turn his ear back. Carefully cut from the outward corner of the eye back to the ear with the grain. Then turn the clipper around and reverse the stroke against the grain. Now use the thumb of your free hand to stretch the skin at the corner of the mouth. Clip lightly around the lips, then do the cheek and side of the face. These areas around the dog's eyes, nose, and mouth are delicate areas, and if your dog is not used to regular grooming, you should expect him to be a little bit jumpy. If he is, remember to go slowly. If he's a bit more vigorous in objecting, stop for a minute and give him an opportunity to relax. The more you force the dog to obey, the less likely he is to intensify his refusal to do so. Reverse your free hand to hold the muzzle from underneath and clip between the eyes using a quick darting motion. Now clip the muzzle away from the eyes and toward the nose. A poodle skull is usually styled with a top knot, which you'll want to shape out with a comb and then scissor cut to its final shape. Poodle ears are usually left full and not clipped. They are trimmed lightly with the scissors to even out their appearance and rounded at the bottom. Hold the top of the dog's head and lift it up to expose the throat. Clip the bottom of the muzzle very gently from the mouth toward the Adam's apple. Then clip up from the base of the throat to the Adam's apple. Now it's time to move on to body cuts. Start with the stomach, using the taper control set to a point between a midway and a full course position. As you get to know how sensitive your dog's skin is, this will help you determine how close to clip the stomach. The more sensitive the skin, of course, the coarser your clip should be. The use of attachment combs help to further vary the cutting length. Let the dog face you in a sitting position and lift his front legs with your free hand. Clip only the soft stomach from the groin to the rib cage. Don't clip inside the legs at this stage. Clip only the stomach with the grain in a straight line from the genitals to the edge of the ribs. Cut around and in between the nipples. Avoid nicking them with the clipper. Now let the dog stand on all fours with one side facing you. As you proceed to cutting thick body hair, remember not to force more hair through the clipper blades than they will naturally take. Let the clipper motor do the work and move the clipper about the body slowly and smoothly. If you have a blade attachment, such as the stainless steel attachment, snap it on now. The blade attachments are sized to accommodate the thickness of your dog's fur and give you the needed variety of cutting heights. They also improve the feed of the fur to the cutting blades. Make the first cut along the spine, from the base of the skull to the base of the tail. Make the second cut from the front chest to the tail in the same direction, following the curve of the shoulders, down across the ribs, but not beneath them, and back up along the curve of the hips to the tail. Shorten the rest of the hair evenly and in the same cutting direction. Now clip the hair under the chest, from behind the front legs to the end of the rib cage. Turn the dog around and repeat these procedures on the other side. Start with the rear legs first. Brush the hair up and out to fluff it up so that the hair is standing as close to on end as you can get it. With the hair brushed up like this, it's easier to blend the hair and easier to judge how to shape the trim, whether full or tapered. Start clipping at the ankle and work up to the hip, keeping an even length on the cut. At the hip, taper the leg hair into the body hair. Finish cutting the legs with your scissors, taking care to ensure the shape of each leg matches the other. Cut the front legs with the dog facing you. Follow the same procedure as with the rear legs, first brushing up the hair, then trimming from the paws to the shoulders, then blending and shaping with scissors. The cut around the legs is full and round, shaped gradually upward from the foot. The appearance should be full and rounded, perpendicular to the body and not necessarily along the contour of the legs. Use light clipping, then scissor and trim the legs for a finished look. The armpit area between the legs and the body should be trimmed close. The friction of the legs against the body causes matting. Now we'll cover some of the trimming techniques for schnauzers using the Wahl Model 9281 adjustable blade clip pet kit for demonstration purposes. If you're using a clipper with taper control, put it in the coarse position. If you want a longer trim, use blade attachment number 1. Clip the schnauzer starting with the back, from the base of the skull to the base of the tail, cutting with the grain. Continue with the throat, then clip the front chest, each side of the body, and the tail. To clip a schnauzer's rear legs, start at the sides and clip toward the hock. Also, clip the back of the legs toward the hock. The front of the rear legs is not clipped. Clip the skull next, from just above the eyebrows over the top between the ears to the base of the skull. For the sides of the face, clip from the outside corner of the eyes back to the base of the ears and down from the eyes to the corner of the mouth. Clip the ears next. If you're using a taper control, adjust the blades between medium and fine. Then clip the sides of both ears, from the base to the tip. If you're using the Wahl attachment 1, remove it for the next step. Clip the stomach close with the grain from rear to front, as we demonstrated on the poodle. To finish the job, use scissors or Wahl attachment comb number 4. The front legs, the unclipped portions of the rear legs, are trimmed with scissors to obtain a smooth and angular appearance. Next, trim the facial features with scissors. Excess hair is clipped from the eyebrows to form a V shape at the center, then diagonally from the outside corners to the middle. The beard is trimmed to form an even, straight appearance. The long-haired varieties of sporting dogs, such as Irish Setters, Cocker, and Springer Spaniels, are recommended for clipping every 8 to 10 weeks, not quite as often as poodles and schnauzers. They should, however, be regularly bathed and brushed to maintain cleanliness and health. If you use your sporting dog for hunting, you'll have an easier time taking care of his coat if you clip a few weeks before you plan to hunt. We'll use the Wahl Model 9264 Deluxe Clip Pet Kit for this demonstration. Other Wahl models will work as well. Using a regular blade and a coarse taper setting, clip the skull, the base of the ears, and the throat of the dog first. All of this clipping is done with the grain to achieve what is called a clean face. The hair you clip should be blended into what is not clipped. With a fine taper setting and blade attachment number 3, clip the neck, the shoulders, and the chest. Again, blend the hair into the body and the lower chest. Clip the legs, feet, and tail in the same manner. Remember to oil your clipper before you put it away in a safe location. Wrap the cord carefully and clean the blades and accessories. Another way to care for your pet easily between clippings is with the Wahl Compact Cordless Pet Trimmer. The model 9990-500 runs on batteries and is the perfect tool for touch-ups at shows and where electricity isn't handy. It's also a great item to have at grooming sessions, making the tough cuts around the head and paws that much easier. We also make a full line of blades and accessories that allow you to add to your clipper kit as you see fit. See your Wahl retailer or write to us to order from the Wahl Products catalog. Write us at Wahl Clipper Corporation, 2900 Locust Street, Sterling, Illinois, zip code 61081.